Meghan Markle's Archetypes podcast was #1 on Spotify in its first 24 hours last week, overtaking usual US frontrunner The Joe Rogan Experience. The premiere episode featured Serena Williams, and it was announced that Markle will be joined on tomorrow's show by Mariah Carey. That's a powerhouse guest list for a launch, and a cover story for The Cut today revealed more star power to come. Constance Wu, Issa Rae, Lisa Ling, Margaret Cho and Ziwa are among the upcoming guests the outlet lists. The piece also reveals more about the concept behind the show's name and how it relates to many standard characterizations of women. For The Cut, the rest of the episodes, she'll dig into labels like old maid, dragon lady, bimbo, crazy, angry black woman, bitch, well, B-word, she clarifies and then squeals, ooh. I don't want to say that word. It makes me so uncomfortable. And slut, will Meghan say slut? Oh my gosh. That makes me so uncomfortable. The title of the Williams episode was The Misconceptions of Ambition. Deadline reached out to Spotify and will add any comment received. Produced by Archie Audio in partnership with Spotify's Gimlet Media, Archetypes arrived nearly 2 years after Markle and husband Prince Harry, under their Archie Audio banner, signed an exclusive multi-year deal with Spotify. Another arm of Markle's multimedia enterprise with her husband is Archwell Productions, which has a deal with Netflix. As Deadline reported exclusively in May, her animated series Pearl was quietly dropped by Netflix as part of the wave of cutbacks going on at the streamer. There's not much you can do when a company and a division changes their slate, Markle said about the cancellation. And there's also not much you can do when, even if they think the project is great, the media will report it as though it was only my project. The podcast that represents the starting signal for brand Sussex to launch fully into the American entertainment market. Oh boy, it's a flop. To understand why it's so lemony you only need to look at 2 numbers. Meghan, according to the transcript word count available here, was responsible for about 61% of the conversation, and Serena Williams, a woman whose accomplishments include 23 Grand Slam singles titles and who is, in Meghan's words, a pioneer, trendsetter, businesswoman, mom, only reaches 39%. In other words, Meghan spoke for about 1.5 times as long as the woman who was there to tell her story. That is, of course, the same woman who shocked the world earlier this month by revealing that she is willing to leave tennis after a storied career, a woman who truly deserves the epithet icon. Here it was, in journalists' parlance, a sensational gotten and an opportunity for a truly eye-opening and revealing discussion about Williams' career, her life, and the stones and arrows she had endured along the way. Instead, we have Meghan, a touch of Harry, and a bit more of Meghan with a bit of Serena here and there. It takes until the 11-minute mark before we actually hear the tennis great with Meghan's other half, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, before Serena even meaningfully joins the conversation. Sadly, the trio's interaction comes perilously close to redefining banality. Archetypes isn't provocative, perceptive, revealing, or even particularly clever, and feels like the kind of presentation that would take place in a room of male bank executives being forced to attend an International Women's Day seminar. The story Meghan is clearly most interested in is Meghan's story. We hear, again, about how she took on a sexist commercial for dishwashing detergent when she was 11. But why mention this at all? Giving the roughly 878 hit to the royal family from afar is hard to crack those boxes, and the woe is just worth a yawn. How much more mileage can the Sussexes get from the Big Bad Palace story?